Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 8 in the trailer. This is the mid-season finale, and this was an awesome trailer, and there's a lot to talk about. We're going to break it down shot by shot. Obviously, spoiler warning in case you aren't caught up with The Walking Dead. And if you're a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe for more Walking Dead content. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so as always, we're going to go ahead and talk about the title and the synopsis of the episode. So the title is The World Before, and the synopsis says, a fight causes tensions in Oceanside while the Alexandrians set out on a high stakes mission. Alright, so The World Before is an interesting title. I think that refers to, well, the titles are very ambiguous. I think whatever, how you see it is how you can interpret it. It could mean a lot of things, like with Michonne, where she's gonna have a pretty big episode. Also, like The World Before, because it looks like they're gonna go attack and they're gonna be on like in a full-on war now because of what the Whisperers did. And the end of the episode last week, or this week I should say, episode 7, it kind of ended off with a bit of a cliffhanger. Like, we don't know if Siddiq died, but the beginning of this trailer pretty much confirms that, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second. But the Oceanside stuff, a fight causes tensions in Oceanside, super excited about that because those characters went to Oceanside like a few episodes ago and we haven't seen them since. So I've been wondering like what's going on with them. So I'm happy we're gonna see them. And then the Alexandrians set out on a high stakes mission. I think that's gonna be going to the Whisperers, and just dealing with them because of what they did to Siddiq. But Michonne, like, she doesn't even know what's going on with Alexandria. So that's also interesting to see like what her reaction is gonna be if she ever figures it out, because this episode, or at least the trailer, kind of hints at her leaving, and we're gonna talk about that when we get to it. I'm super excited for this episode. Alright, so the trailer opens up with them pretty much burying Siddiq, and this is pretty much confirming that Siddiq died at the end of that episode. It ended off with him, fainting, and it looked like we don't know for sure if he died, but he did die, it looks like. And I'm super shocked that they killed Siddiq. But he had a pretty awesome role in The Walking Dead, an awesome arc this season. I thought his last episode was amazing. Like, his performance in the Siddiq storyline was amazing. And yeah, I mean, I can't believe they killed him. And honestly, like, The Walking Dead TV show is taking a different turn than the comics in a lot of ways. And honestly, that's, for me, I like it because we have the comic version and then we have the TV version, so it's like two different versions, and I like how they're doing their own thing and not just straight up copying the comics, because that would be predictable. And they've always said that the TV show will do different things, and they always have done different things, but this season in particular, it's a real big different direction. Like, there's a lot of new characters like Gamma. The Rosita stuff is new. The whole Siddiq and Dante stuff is new. Dante's like a whole new character on the TV show. So there's so much different stuff going on this season, and I like them to do it this way. I like the arcs being the same, like the Whispers, the Saviors, the Commonwealth, whatever. But the storylines within the arcs, if they want to do those differently, I'm all up for that because it's been paying off this season, and I like it. And then I want to talk a little bit about Rosita, because now that Siddiq's dead, that's Coco's dad, and I know Rosita's a popular theory to die, and that's going to be Coco's mom. Like, do you guys think, what are your thoughts and opinions about this? Do you think they're going to kill both of Coco's parents, like Rosita and Siddiq? Like, they could, and maybe somebody else like Eugene would be a good person to raise Coco because, how much he loves Rosita. That could happen. Or do you guys think Rosita's going to survive since Siddiq died? Or, like, what do you guys think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments down below. The trailer in this season as a whole hasn't really hinted at Rosita dying that much. It's just that because the actress is in a new TV show, and we know, characters doing, or like actors doing 2 different TV shows in the same year is hard, because TV shows film over a course of months. That's why, like what happened with Lauren Cohan. That's why I think a lot of people are speculating that Rosita is going to die this season. But that's speculation. Nothing's been confirmed. But I just have a feeling because of that show, something could happen to Rosita. But you guys let me know, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think Rosita's going to survive? If she dies, do you think Eugene is going to, take Coco under his wing? What do you think is going to happen? And then we get a quick cut to Carol and Ezekiel, and they have a bit of a reunion here. And they're both, tearing up. And it's a quick cut, that's it. Because in the rest of the trailer, Carol is with Daryl. So this is probably gonna be like maybe towards the end of the episode or something, because we know Carol and Daryl, they're gonna be part of those Alexandrians that are on a mission, a high stakes mission, according to the synopsis. That's gonna be them. So we have this like quick shot of Carol and Ezekiel having a reunion. So we know that's gonna happen this episode. I'm happy about that, because if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I'm one of those people who want to see Carol and Ezekiel together. I know a lot of people like Carol and Daryl together, but for me, it's always been Carol and Ezekiel. Hopefully they get back together. I mean, we can't tell much based on this look. They're just like both, tearing up. That could mean anything, just like over, what they've been through, seeing each other for the first time. But we'll see how it plays out. But I am excited to see these two together on screen. I mean, this first half flew by, because it's already I can't believe it's already episode 8, the mid-season finale, and like those two, Carol and Ezekiel, had a scene together in episode 1, and that was it. But it doesn't even feel like that long. But it's been like weeks, 7 episodes since these guys have been together. So like it really has flew by this season, but it's been really good, so I'm happy with it. But then we get Dante here, and it looks like everybody's gonna know Dante killed Siddiq. For a second, I thought he would get away with it, because nobody else is in that room. But he doesn't get away with it, obviously. And then we have that scene of Daryl punching him, and that was from the trailer way back in Comic-Con, so now we know what that is. Which is a little interesting to me, because I never remember any episode 8 scenes in trailers, like ever. Like, I know the trailers are always like the first like 6-7 episodes, but this is episode 8, and this punch was in the trailer. So I think they did say early on this summer that they were filming out of order. So maybe that's why. I mean, it's not a big deal, but to me that was interesting, because whenever I look at the trailers, I notice that it's always the first like 6-7 episodes, but this was episode 8. But anyways, we get a little bit of a line from Dante here. He says, "None of this matters, but knowing that set you free, accept the future." So it's cool how they finally revealed the spy, and now we're gonna learn like what the whole plan was, and what the Whisperers really want to do, and what Dante wanted to do, and all that. So we'll see more about that. Hopefully he talks about why he did the things he did. But yeah, I'm just happy we finally got some answers. And then we have this shot of Michonne on a boat, and this is a new character. And we're gonna talk more about this towards the end, because we get to see this character for the first time. But this is gonna be interesting, and the trailer is definitely hinting at Michonne's exit. Now, I don't know if this is gonna be her final exit or what, but yeah, again, I just don't know how things are gonna play out, and I'm happy about that. I like the differences between the comics and the TV show, because I don't really know what's gonna happen, and for me that just makes it more exciting. But we're gonna get back into this a little bit. And then we have Gamma walking up to Aaron, and again they met at that border, and this time Gamma says, "I have information for you." So at first, I was thinking, if you watch my review, I said that I hopefully this plays out. There's more to this than just because at the end of the episode, Gamma just ran away when Lydia showed up, and I was hoping that wasn't going to be the end of it, because that would just been a waste of time. But these two look like they did bond, and here Gamma says, "I have information for you." So excited to see what kind of information that is. If it's like intel and what Alpha's plan is. That would be my guess on what she's gonna tell Aaron, because I'm sure Alpha has like a plan right now on dealing with them, because they obviously want to attack. They crossed their border multiple times. So I think that's what Gamma's gonna tell Aaron. This is also cool, because Gamma's not in the comics, so this is like an entire new storyline. So that's what I think is gonna happen. I think she's gonna tell Aaron Alpha's plan. And then speaking of crossing the Whisper border, the next scene is Carol literally crossing the Whisper border. And it's Carol and Daryl here. And Daryl says, "You're gonna trust a Whisperer now." So we'll see if Dante says something. I think Dante might, because he's captured and he got exposed to being a Whisperer spy. Maybe he gives some intel, or maybe it's the intel from Gamma or something. It could be either, but since these two are spending time with Dante, I have a feeling that Dante just gonna say something, because he's captured, and that's why Daryl's saying you're gonna trust a Whisperer now. So maybe Dante's telling the truth, maybe he's not. But the next scene, Carol is also talking to Daryl and says, "You want to do nothing." So if I would have to come up with a guess and theory on what I think is happening here, I have a feeling Dante is going to spill the beans and say that maybe Alpha's going to has a plan to attack them or something, and that's what leads Carol to march over and cross the border and maybe want to fight Alpha. They're on their own though, which is odd to me because the synopsis said that the Alexandrians go. So I don't know if it's maybe they're just going in a different border or something because the borders are all around. But yeah, the synopsis said Alexandrians. I don't know if it's referring to just Carol and Daryl. But it does look like now they're actually marching over to the Whispers and gonna fight. The next scene, we have Gabriel standing by the cell, and then he opens it and he's inside with Dante, and it looks like he's probably gonna be talking to him. He looks pretty pissed off here, and in my review I said that I'm not really happy with what they've done with Gabriel this season. I feel like he doesn't have that interesting of a storyline, so hopefully some stuff pick up for Gabriel, but as always I'm excited to see him. And then we get to that Michonne thing where that new person, he's running here and he's at Oceanside, and Jude that cuts his leg and he falls down, and Michonne runs up and they both point their katanas at him. So going back to that scene where he's or where this character and Michonne, they're on the boat. I don't know if like Michonne knows this person or what's going on, or she tells Michonne. Like, imagine if this person somehow knows Rick. Like, how crazy would that be? And it knows Michonne, and comes to tell Michonne. Because why is Michonne getting on this guy's boat for? Like, is he gonna tell her about a community or what? I don't really know how it's gonna play out, but this trailer is definitely making it seem like Michonne is leaving. And this season hasn't really hasn't emphasized that. You know, a lot of times when characters are leaving, we kind of have a feeling they're leaving. Like, they already announced Michonne's final season, but in terms of the actual story and what we're watching, they haven't really done much with Michonne. So we'll see if this is her exit. You guys let me know in the comments down below. How do you think it's going to play out, and what do you think is going on here? And then the trailer ends with some quick cuts. Like, here we have Alpha, we have Daryl on guard, another shot of Daryl on guard with his knives, and then we have some characters running. Here are the characters in Alexandria, Magnus group and them, they're running, and then we have the characters in Oceanside, they're also running to fight some walkers. So the last scene, the last shot of the trailer, Michonne has a really concerned look, and you can see there's walkers all around them. So this is probably a Whisper attack. I'm sure they're gonna get out of it fine. But yeah, this looks to be the Whispers attacking Oceanside. So this episode looks to be really awesome, super packed, so many storylines, interesting, great storylines they have crafted throughout the season. They're at their peak right now. I can't wait to see how everything plays out. But that is where the trailer ends. So you guys let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and opinions about it. Let me know your theories, everything in the comments down below. I am going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Be sure to subscribe for more Walking Dead videos. We got a lot coming out because this mid-season finale looks to be pretty awesome. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.